All right. Greetings, greetings, greetings. I hope all is well. As you know, tonight is a makeup night for Monday. This is about pre-foreclosures. I'm sharing my screen with you right now. I'm Coach T, sharing my screen with you. The green didn't come out too well, but pre-foreclosure tonight. Coach Joe, he already joined us, and we want to definitely continue on the subject two. And now we're with the pre-foreclosures, right? Part of it. Just a reminder, next week, in case the guests, I haven't talked to my guests that's supposed to be coming on next Monday. If not, I'll do the Chicago analysis, market analysis. So hopefully the guest come on, talk about wholesaling and talking about what he's doing and how he's doing his business and give out so many tips and tricks that I met at a networking event. So I'm looking forward to him coming on next Monday. If not, then guess what? I'll be doing a Chicago analysis. It's important to do market analysis because everybody don't know what's going on. Everybody want to be in a thriving market, a market that once you get in this, you know that you're going to meet the goal. It's kind of like you want to pick a team that win. You don't want to just pick any team. You want the team that wins, and you want to play to win. So whenever you look at your market, that's the environment, that's the gym, that's the area you're playing in. And then once you start, you just want to be striving for that success story. So I'm waiting for Coach Joe. I just kind of want to put that out there. I guess, oh yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. I need to put it in. That's the private money meeting. So we waiting on Coach Joe right now, and I'm just killing a little time. We do have the wholesaler blueprints, which is now going to be called a 5-figure formula. So that's going to be updated to the 5-figure formula. But as of this month, since it's April, this is what we have. I wonder if something going on with these links. Now, the thing about it is I did share the link, the actual Zoom links to several people. And when you do that, sometimes it get hacked. All right, all right, so I'm gonna stop sharing this, and I'm gonna Joe, you want to share your screen, bro?
One second, brother. I got kicked off some kind of way, so give me one.
I saw that.
And get myself together.
Yeah. All right, we're looking forward to some more people. They're gonna be jumping on very soon, very soon. However, this information is for whomever is on and can listen, right? And want to learn more about real estate. I'm gonna zoomed in too much. Yeah, that's a lot of zooming in.
And Coach, tonight we got pre-foreclosures. That's right.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. That's one of my favorite topics to actually discuss. And I know that we had started speaking on pre-foreclosures about 2 or 3 weeks ago. And so now we just want to pick up where we left off. I will say that right now it is like an excellent time to actually start investing into the pre-foreclosure sector. It's a lot of people out there that are in need of help, support, guidance, with going through this process. Now, here's where it gets really, really interesting, really, really interesting. And this is one of the things that I'm doing right now that I love to do. So the pre-foreclosure market, what has happened? What has happened is the mortgage companies, FHA loans first, FHA loans, government-backed loans, has now approved 40-year mortgages. Okay, let me say that again. Government-backed loans, starting with FHA loans, have now approved 40-year mortgages. Not only have they approved 40-year mortgages, but they also have approved 2% interest rates. And you might be like, wait, what? Yes. So now, in order to qualify for a 40-year mortgage and a 2% interest rate, That means that you have to have experienced some form, some type of an actual hardship for them to be willing to adjust your mortgage to 40 years and as low as 2% to keep you in your home. That's how much incentivized that they are to help people stay in their homes. So that's amazing. Now, remember, this is only people that are facing the foreclosure. Okay. Only people facing foreclosure. So if you think that, boom, hey, look, you're making quite a bit of money and you got time to go out there and, you got time out there to, boom, hey, I'm going to go ahead and get a 40-year mortgage, lower my monthly note, and hey, I'm good. Not yet. Not so fast for us. But I don't know. It could potentially be coming. Coach, I'm working on downloading this file right now into a PDF. Got it. Boom. Done. Son, got it coming. So, Coach, what do you think about that information I just shared with you?
I mean, so much opportunities. And what I would tell anybody that saying, okay, well, they're going to 40 years at a lower interest rate, right? Why would they want to sell me the house now? Why can't I take over the house? Why can't they just stay in the house? Those are the type of questions. But guess what? Some of these people already moved out the house and the house is vacant. Some of these people already had delayed work on the property, delayed maintenance, that they didn't do any maintenance to these properties. And the property, they can keep the property, but they don't have the money to bring the property up to standard. It's a lot of reasons. But guess what? Instead of assuming, I want to find out. I want to go find the deals and talk to the people and let them say whether they want to keep or not, and not assume. I want to find out through them. Coach, that's all I got to say about that.
No, I mean, you're absolutely right. Everyone has their different motives, of reasoning of why they're choosing to do something or will choose to do something. I will say this. You're absolutely correct based upon my experience. A lot of people have already, moved out of these properties and no longer interested in retaining them. A lot of people, still live in these properties, no interest in retaining it. A lot of people just don't want to deal with it. And here's the thing. I just acquired a property subject to, and actually it was a pre-foreclosure. I had to do the same thing. Husband and wife went through a divorce. Husband didn't want the wife to get it. Wife didn't want the husband to get it. Ding, 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 ding. I'll take it. The main thing that happened is, look, neither one wanted the other to get it, right? But on the other hand, neither one of them really wanted their credit to be affected either. So I stepped in with a solution. Hey, how about I go ahead and purchase this property from you via subject to. And I'll catch up the mortgage because it was slightly behind. So I'll catch up the mortgage and I'll take it over from there. And Coach, and let me see here. So let me share my screen. And this is that exact house, Coach. You look at it. We've done a couple things here in the front, but yeah, this thing was a dump at first, but now, hey, we went in and fully renovated it, Coach. So show you guys a couple photos here. So I said there's 3. Yeah, everything in here is brand new. And again, this was a house that I paid $0. Oh, I'm sorry, Coach. I think I showed you guys this property here. I'll show you what an actual settlement statement, what I paid for this house. But look at it. Looks good. Looks good. So yep. So Coach, that property there, I believe I have. Let me see if I can actually go find when I think I got that last year. Yeah, it was last year. Let me see if I actually got that settlement statement here. I know I do, to where I don't have to go hunt for it. Expenses 2022, and let me go find that house, which was, there we go. And this is the refi. This is the purchase. All right, here we go, Coach. So, where is it at? There we go. Where it says cash from seller. Yep, I want to make sure due from seller. Here we go. So coach, I'm going to show you this here. This is a subject to deal. As you guys see, coach, can you see my screen here? You should be.
Yep.
Yeah, the settlement statement. You see the settlement statement?
No, it's your email.
Oh, my bad, coach. Thank you, man, for Claire. Good thing I have nothing up there other than a bunch of emails. So, all right, coach. So you should be able to see it now. Cash from borrower, which is me. That's how much I paid for that house, coach. I was wrong. I said $0. I paid almost $700 for the house. That right there, subject to. And you guys see what the house looks like now. So in this example, coach, what we did, we purchased that property subject to, we renovated it. And after the renovations, we did a refi, a cash out refi. So at that time, I was able to, everything that I put into the property dollar-wise, I was able to refinance my money back out. And hence now I got a rental property at free. Now, $700 to close it. When I did my cash out refi, I actually put like $7,000 in my pocket. And then the tenants gave me $1,200 non-refundable move-in fee. Plus I make like $400 and some change per month off of that deal. So you guys can do this. It is possible. It is possible. So I'm going to bring up the pre-foreclosure presentation. I'm going to pick up exactly where we left off, and we'll be able to continue to go through. Coach, while I'm pulling this presentation up, is there anything in particular that you would like me to touch on today?
I would like to touch on, you got everybody about watering about how you do this and why you do this and how you make money, and then you prove evidence of, hey, here's a house, here's the pictures, here's the actual numbers, and here's what I've done. So, you know, you'd already touched base on everything that I think everyone would benefit from hearing right off the bat.
No, absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. Well, good. So I'm going to run through this part really quick to catch up to where we left off last time. We do this part pretty quickly. So the pre-foreclosure process, what the pre-foreclosure is, that means that the actual owner of the property, not the bank, the person whose name the deed is in still owns the property, but the bank is threatening to actually foreclose on it, to take the house back. Most cases because of failed mortgage payments. Now, depending upon where you're at, the process is going to be the same no matter what, but the timeline of it is going to change pending if you're in a judicial or non-judicial state. Okay, so starting out phase one, which is always a default on your mortgage payment. Okay, you're not paying. Then you get a notice of default and, you know, so forth and so on. So now it really depends, like I said, the timeline. In a judicial state, that means that the bank has to take you to court to actually proceed with the foreclosure. All right. So they have to take you to court. Now, if you attend court, you can actually fight it and keep kicking that can down the road. If you don't attend court, the bank will just boom. The judge will grant them permission to go ahead and move forward with the foreclosure. So now imagine you're in a state like California. You got 20 million people there. How long is it going to take? Forever. Forever, right? And it will. So that's what happens in judicial states. Non-judicial states like Texas, they're like, they believe in making money, giving the people that are lending are, yes, that are lending, that are the investors, the power. And so and when I say the power, not to abuse the power, but power to proceed, get your asset back and, go on and try to make you some money. So that's what they do. So in Texas, boom, they go quick. They don't have to take us to court to be able to foreclose. No, your court is the actual foreclosure. That's it. Done. So the timeline depends upon what state you're in. All right, so here's an example of judicial versus non-judicial. So you'll be able to take a look at some of the states. Like I said, non-judicial is like Texas. Judicial is Illinois, Louisiana, this section over here. Then here is basically breaks down what the actual process is and timelines. What I like about this here is redemption periods, right? So each state has their own redemption period time, or they offer a redemption period. Some states do, some states don't. But what that means is the bank can foreclose on a home. Once the home is foreclosed on, the bank still will give the actual seller an opportunity to come back and get ownership of their home. So you have redemption periods. So it's a lot of things to know, especially if you're working in this sector. So let me give you an example. If you're working in a non-judicial state, let's just say like California or Texas, that means you better move fast. In these states here, you're about 6 months. And I bet pretty soon, California is going to be over here in judicial. I bet very soon they're going to be over here. But as of right now, they're not. So in Texas, you have 6 months. You go over to other states, judicial states, you may have 24 months. One state out there, you have like 11 years before the bank can take your property back, which is crazy, crazy, crazy. But that's how much time you have. Now, let me go over here. I want to make this into one. Let's go thumbnails, single page. Look at this here. So, Coach, I don't remember if we touched on this last time. The 8 ways. Actually, we did. The 8 ways to stop a foreclosure. Guys, and I'm just giving you the crash course on this. Coach already has the other video where we went in like very thorough detail. So he has the other video. If you guys want those videos, just put your email down in the chat box and Coach it, and we'll send over the video to you guys. But if you're going to be working the foreclosure market, you want to know what your options are with stopping a foreclosure. Okay, you want to know that because you're up against the clock. So you want to know, hey, how can I actually help these people? How can I actually help myself? Do I even have time to help these people? If I do, what can I do? What can be done? So here's just a couple ways of stopping foreclosures. You got repayment plans, reinstatement amounts, forbearances, loan modification, short sales, deed in lieu, bankruptcy, temporary restraining order. When people hear temporary restraining order, they're like, wait, what? Yes. Individuals can put temporary restraining orders on against the bank. Now, here's the thing. They won't stick, and they're not meant to stick long term. But you can put a temporary restraining order. Remember, temporary restraining order against the bank. Now, what happens? Well, guess what? Boom. They have to reset that clock. They have to start the process all the way over. And whenever you start that process all the way over, now, let's say, hey, it takes them eight months to another year and a half to get you back into court. So think about this. It's people out here that does this one. It's called home tendering. So basically what they'll do is they'll find these types of properties here, and because they know the laws, they know the rules, they will actually do all of these different processes. Most likely, the easiest one is doing a temporary restraining order, because they know that they just know how the process goes, and then they rent out the property. So can you imagine if you had control of this property and the rent was $2,000 and boom, you didn't have to pay a mortgage for 2 years because you're going back and forth with the bank. 2 years. You made almost $50,000, in 2 years. So people do that, home tendering. You guys can look that up. All right. So now let's jump into actually, let's just dive right into it, the pre-foreclosure market. So you're probably wondering like, hey, where do we actually look for these, right? Where can we find these? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to share with you guys exactly the system and site I use. So I'm not going to hold anything back. I use this site here called Default Research. It's an extension of foreclosure.com. I just use this one here because I like the layout of it. So let's take a look. We're going to just take a look at Dallas, Texas. Here's the listing types. And these are distressed properties. So now let's take a look at pre-foreclosures. So you have 138 pre-foreclosures. Now, here's the thing about Texas. Our counties are different, but I believe we'll find out about Dallas County here in a second. I know in Houston, they will actually post a house up for auction a month prior. So you got 30 days to figure out what you want to do. 30 days to figure it out. So some of those methods that I share with you on how to stop foreclosures, they won't work, because you don't have enough time, but some of them will. Let's take a look at this property here. All these auctions should be this month or the first of next month. So here just gives you everything about the property. It's a county tax roll. Okay, so I did, oh, here we go. Live bid. There you go, May 2nd. So let's see if we can find out some information about the mortgage. Let's see here, nothing there. Okay, here we go. Yep. First mortgage was back in 98. That's telling me that it's some equity in this thing. This thing mortgage was in 98. Man, okay. So here's the defendant's name right here. Here's the plaintiff, which is the bank. Okay. So it didn't tell us how much the mortgage is, but you can do some other sites that we use, and I'll show you. There we go. Yep. Okay. So they're not actually showing what in different counties, like I said, is different. So they're not showing what the actual mortgage is. So I use another application called PropStream. Okay. So let's see here. This is a hot property right here. I can guarantee you that these people are getting phone calls, door knocks. They're getting hit up. Mortgage transaction back in 98, they paid 300 and oh no, that's estimate. Oh, here it is right here. Oh, $70,000. Estimated balance 20,000. Come on now. Come on now. Estimated mortgage 20,000. So this right here, you're looking at this pre-foreclosure. Look, they got less than like five years left to pay this thing off. So coach, this is what I do whenever I find this information. This here, I mean, we just got lucky. Went to the very first house and found an excellent opportunity. We know come May 5th that this property is going up for auction. And based upon what they're saying here, they believe this property is worth $302,000. Coach, they're saying you got 280 equity in this property. Come on, man. Come on, man. So now you take this information, you know the owner, you got the address. Here's a free site that you can go to, True People Search. Look it up by the address, 75217. Here's the owner right here. View details, phone numbers. So now all you guys have to do is give that person a call. Again, remember, when you call these people, you follow up with these people, you have to remember this, that one, they're going through a very emotional state right now. So you have to be very kind, mindful, cognizant of what they're experiencing. Okay. Two, you have to be in you got to be in your wolf mode, because there's other wolves out there that's giving them a call too. So be kind and sincere, and then boom, you got to beat a lot of these other people to the punch. You have to beat a lot of these other people to the punch. So I just showed you guys exactly where I go to get my leads. And I just showed you exactly what my leads look like. Then from there, I showed you exactly what I do when I get those leads information. Exactly what I do. So you guys got any questions about that? Because that was a heavy hitter right there. Heavy hitter. You guys should have something to say. But if you don't, we're going to keep it moving. So remember, I went to Default Research, which is also an extension of foreclosure.com. Same company, same information. I just like the layout on Default Research. From there, you search for your property. You can do your search by city, county, state, zip code. You can drill it down as much as you would like. From there, you want to select an actual property. And then very first thing you want to look for is the auction date. That's number one, because you want to know how much time you have. Then number two, you want to look for other pieces of information like mortgage information, ownership, things like that. So that's where you want to start.
All right, Coach. No, man, I appreciate you sharing that. I mean, you gave us first the good news story, second, the way to find it. And just to echo and just to piggyback off what you're saying with the years, for those who are newbies, understand this. As you get a mortgage on a house, it amortizes over time. It's called amortization. And when you do amortization, everything that you think you're paying for is not really true. So when you say you're buying a house for $100,000, if you pay out that whole 30-year mortgage, you probably pay like $300,000 for that $100,000 house. Why do you do that if they say you bought the house for $100,000? Because you pay less for principal the first 15 years of a 30-year mortgage. You pay more for interest. And over time, it gradually shifts every time you make a payment to more towards principal and less towards interest. But that takes about 15 years. And let me show you the sneaky trick that banks do to keep you in a mortgage forever. That around the 7-year mark, they start emailing you, sending you letters, sending you campaigns, asking you to refinance. Why are they asking you to refinance to another 30-year mortgage? They're going to say they're going to tell you to lower your monthly notes, and then maybe it's a better interest rate. So yes, it sounds so sweet. But once you refinance, most your money going back to the interest and less to principal for another 30 years. Sneaky trick. They start at 7 years. You don't start paying attention to it until around about 15 years, about 12 years, 13 years, somewhere up in there, you start paying attention and you say, you know what, you just send me these things so many times, I might as well refinance. You're almost done and you're really finna start paying on your principal now. So when Coach just showed you that house, as you can see, they still have a mortgage on that house. If you bought a house for $70,000 in 1998, why do they still have money left on that house to pay on in 2023? Because of that sneaky trick. They probably had, because of that sneaky trick of 30 years. $70,000 should have been paid off a long time ago. Think about it. If they're paying straight money toward the principal, but they got an interest in it, and interest goes to the bank first. So, Coach, did I misspeak or anything? Please correct me.
No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. No, you didn't at all. I mean, and this is this is exactly where opportunities are made. Banks stay in business by continuing to lend. So you're right, Coach. They stay in business by continuing to lend. And for us as investors on this real estate side, imagine, let me just show like one exit strategy with that property that you just looked at. Okay. So that family there owed less than $20,000 on the property. They want to save their home. You can actually go in and you can buy their property, and then you can sell or finance it back to them for $50,000, $75,000. And they have to pay you that over a period of 5 years. So now you're able to keep them in their home. You're able to make money yourself, and you're able to, move on, control an asset. Now, here's the thing, Coach, their mortgage estimated balance was 20 grand. What they're behind is not 20,000. So you're still able to step in and offer that exact same solution. You can step in, offer them that solution. You pay 10 grand, catch them back up, get them back in good standings. They sub to you the house, and now you do a seller finance to them to help them keep the property. You keep their family, their credit free and clear. You own the property. So yeah, and if you need to get them out, boom, you're able to get them out. But hopefully you don't. But so many different like strategies that you can put in place, depending upon the buyers and the seller's desires. So you'll still be able to help them. So pre-foreclosures right now, it's a hot market. Again, you just have to understand that, these people are going through some very, challenging times. Some people are looking for help. Some people just, they just don't give a what. And here's the thing, you can still help them too, because if they don't give a what, you tell them, hey, look, all right, well, perfect. Let me buy your house for exactly what you owe on. I'm gonna go ahead and fix your credit, get everything fixed back up, and you'll be good to go. They're gonna come back and say, okay, fine. As long as I don't have to pay no money. No, sir, no, ma'am, you don't. I'll take care of everything. Let's do it. Just like that. Just like that. It happens all the time. So, Coach, that is really, from the last thing on the pre-foreclosure to how I find properties. Here's one of the things I will say too, Coach. Now, you can share this with them if you would like. The information is there. You can share with them my script. Exactly what I say to the prospects, to the people that are experiencing, hardship. It's exactly what I say. Exactly what I say. So you can share that with them, if you would like. And this isn't for you to say verbatim, but this is with you to get comfortable with, having that conversation. Yep. So that's it there. Yeah, that foreclosure script there, that's a beast right there. That's a beast. It just gets you comfortable with it. Tells you exactly where to go, what to say once you introduce yourself. If they say no, not interested, boom. Now you know what to say next. If they say yes, you know what to say next, and then so forth. So yeah, this is what it's all about. Now, here's the thing. Once you get someone that, willing to speak to you, willing to talk, Coach, if they're underneath like your leadership, because I do this day in and day out, man, I just say, look, hey, tag me in. let's get on the call together, because they're going to have a lot of questions that you're not prepared and probably not comfortable with asking just based upon experience. But after that, man, look, let's get on the phone together. Let's call them. Let's get this thing under contract. Let's see how we can help you, help them. That's what we do. That's what we're all about, Coach. That's what we're all about. So this here is something a little bit different here. Remember I shared with you guys earlier about this. Let's see here. The different ways of stopping a foreclosure. So whenever you want to go through like these, actually these 4 right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm sorry. These 6 right here, whenever you decide you want to go through them, you want, especially the top 5, top 4 or 5, to where you want to retain ownership of the property. This is what you're going to need. You're going to need this kit here. I thought I had the name of the kit here. You're going to need this kit. And with this kit, it's going to tell you everything right here that you need right here. Every document that you need to submit to the bank to where you can start negotiating and helping those owners out. And you may be asking, well, why do you need all this stuff? Well, if you want to save this house and take ownership of this property and you want to do it via subject to, you need this information. Remember, the most important thing for you is you got to stop the foreclosure. You got to figure out how much time you have. Then you want to figure out what's the best route to go. What's the best route to go? Now, a lot of this information is not hard to fill out. It is not. What I do with my clients, what I do with them is I'll call them and I'll actually beforehand, I will shoot them a text or say, hey, when are you going to have like 20 minutes free? It's going to take us about 20 minutes. And, because I need to go through all the documentation and get everything done for you. They tell me when. We get on a call. I fill out this information for them. I don't want them to fill it out. And the reason why I don't want them to fill it out because, hey, they don't have a history of paying their bills. Do we trust that they're going to have, time to actually go in and fill this stuff out? Probably not. So, and it's okay. Let me step in and let me support you. Let me assist you. So that's why I'm here. So we go through, we fill out this information. From there, I put the property under contract. You're going to need a sub-2 contract. Okay. We have those that we can provide to you. So we put the property under contract. Now, from the actual contract, you got seller acknowledgments like disclosures, things like that, you want to make sure that they are fully aware of and that you're being transparent. So here, you just give them this here and they initial buy it. Okay. Now, you want to have a limited power of attorney and quote unquote borrower's authorization. Some people, they call it different things. But this here gives you the ability to actually negotiate with the banks and do what you feel is in the best interest with the actual property. But you can't transfer any deed or anything without their signature just yet. So this does give you the ability to speak to any lending institution on their behalf about that loan. So you need one of those. And this property here, this was just a walkthrough of a property here, because I'm not sure if you've seen this one here. Yeah, it was just a walkthrough of a property that we picked up. But here is the numbers on the property here. We put $7,500 into the property. ARV is $175,000. The mortgage on the property is roughly $150,000. No money down, but it did cost me $7,500 to get the property together. That's my rent, my mortgage payment, which includes taxes and insurance. This is my monthly rent. Here's what I make every single month off of that property. Now, whenever you do the math, it cost me $7,500. So, hey, I'm in the hole right now, 7,500, but I'm making divided by 633. So it take me a year to make my money back. Not bad, right, coach? A year to make my money back. So whenever you're looking at that, you're just like, crap, man, that wasn't such a bad deal. That wasn't such a bad deal. It'll take me a year to make my money back, and I still have all the equity. Now, again, this is just a video walkthrough of the property here. You'll notice that it's not in horrible shape. That lockbox that was there, that was the bank's lockbox that they had put on the property. Because they had been out and found that the property was vacant. Yeah, so whenever you have a property, you're going through that pre-foreclosure, they start sending representatives out to see if the property is vacant or not. So nice little house, not too bad. I had to put new appliances in there, new stove, refrigerator. What else we did? We didn't put a microwave because it didn't fit in that section over there. Yep, new water heater. Some drywall repair work there in the garage. So yeah, again, just a quick little walkthrough. So, Coach, while this is planned, what I know we're approaching the 9 o'clock hour. So, Coach, how would you like to wrap this up here?
Well, first, I need to thank you so much for presenting this and giving all this valuable information out with the free and telling them step by step of a real resource they can use, where to go, why you use it, and what you can do with it, and defining what exit strategies that can be taking place. So outstanding performance on that end, and assistance. And then thanks also for extending the invitation that if they would like to get a house like this on a contract for what have you reason, if they are under the leadership, then hey, you're willing to give them a call with them and assist them with the rest, a couple of questions with that process. So thank you for that as well. We do have what's go ahead, bro.
No, absolutely. Now I will tell you this here, Coach, because this is what we're here for. We're here to help each other, continue to grow this thing, right? So, when you're looking at this property here, I want you to know that properties could be in worse shape than this, same shape as this, or better shape than this. I could go through a video right now and show you one that I didn't do anything to it. When I say anything, well, let me take it back. I changed the locks on the house. That's it. And moved somebody right into the house. So all the houses that you see are not going to require work. This property here, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, nothing that paint, new light fixtures and things like that couldn't cure. Yep, pressure wash, gutters. Oh yeah, we did a really, really bang up job. Got rid of those shutters. Yeah, and the neighbors are happy. Look, that's a nice house. Neighbors are happy. So we're doing this all the time. Excuse me, all the time. But I'm sorry, Coach, you want to continue? I'm sorry about that.
No, you good. No, you good. You good. Good points. So Tanya did ask a question inside the box about, so how do you refinance to lower the interest rate and avoid resetting your mortgage terms aside from doing a 15-year mortgage? So I would say that to answer that question, that's a great question, absolutely. Because if the opportunity comes for more money, that is perfect. So what you do is you refinance it. You can refinance for 30 years if you want. You can refinance for 15 years, whichever one you want. However, do the math. Pay more, the money you're saving, do not put it in your pocket. Pay more towards the principal. So whatever your minimum payment is, you may want to make one payment on that, and then you make another additional payment every 2 weeks. So What I like to do when I buy houses, I believe in splitting that house note up and paying twice a month, 2 times, setting up for every bi-weekly. I'm sorry, bi-weekly, not twice a month, bi-weekly. Why do I like to do that? Great question. I love that you asked that. And I do believe in paying $50 more than whatever the mortgage is right off the bat. So if my mortgage is $550, I'm paying $600 right off the bat. And for those who have big numbers like some of us, if your mortgage is $250,000, then I mean, hey, 200 and I mean 2050, $2,500. God doggone, $2,500, then pay $2,550, right? All right. So some people say them numbers too low. All right. Pay that, but split in half by twice a month. And that way you pay bi-weekly. Why do you pay bi-weekly? Because you pay a whole month and a half in 1 year of your mortgage up. How do you do that? Some months got 5 weeks. And the months that got 5 weeks, you're paying additional money towards your principal on those months. And that's how you pay stuff off quickly. So once again, to summarize what I just said, if you have a house and they all of a sudden you had a bad interest rate up front, like I got a 6% interest rate on one of my houses right now. And then all of a sudden, 10 years down the road, the bank come and say, hey, I still got a mortgage in this house and they want to give me a better interest rate. I would refinance without cashing out any money, keep the money inside, refinance for 30 years, have me a $200 probably house note, the same house note that I'm paying probably $1,500 on. I'll pay the $1,500 still, or pay $2,000 more, pay more and just pay all the money towards the principal. So bottom line, put the money towards the principal instead of the interest. Make one payment, base payment towards the interest, everything else towards the principal. That's how you pay off a house in 15 years, in 12 years, in 7 years, and maybe 5 years. I don't know anybody pay the house off in 3 years unless you just had won a lottery or something like that. But I think 7-year plan, you can pay a 15-year house off of 7 years or 5 years by doing both of those strategies I just mentioned. All right, Coach, you got anything you want to add to that?
No, that's it. When you're doing your refi, you're doing your refi, and that's the beautiful part about refinance is that you're setting your own terms. You're in control of your terms, right? So if you choose to reset your mortgage, that's what you do. For those that are in business, we're not really concerned about, how long we have the debt. Our main concern is how much can that debt actually make us? That's our main concern. How much can that debt make us? So we can have something and and they refinance it every 5 to 10 years. And they're doing it so they can continue to, increase their cash flow. Because if you can increase your cash flow from, $500 to $800 a month on one asset, and then you're able to do it against 10 assets at once, that's an extra $3,000 a month. So that increases your cash flow coming in. So it just all depends, every opportunity is viewed and looked at differently. So it just has to take a look at what works for your business model. That's it. Coach, you know what this property here that I'm walking through right now, I did a sub-2 on this deal here. And I just closed on it not too long ago. I just closed on like maybe last month, this month, I can't even remember. But needless to say, Coach, so this house right here, the house right behind it in the backyard, Coach, I sub-2'd as well. Let me see if I can find that house. It's crazy because it's the exact same house. Like, it's amazing. Hey, and this is, Coach, if you read my book at the very beginning, I spoke about I was working on the property and I had some issues with some bees. So the issues with the bees was the house behind this property that I ended up sub to. But no, I don't think I could see it in this video here. Man, that stinks. Yeah, it's pretty cool because the guys that was over there working on like in the yard, getting it all cleaned up and all that stuff today. And he was like, yeah, man, the people behind the house, they drain the pool and they draining it in your yard. So I had to go tell them like, man, you can't be draining the pool into this yard. And I'm like, oh, yeah. I said, what they say? They're like, yeah, one of them, is giving me some and I said, all right, hold on 1 second. Went through, shot out a text message. It's handled. He was like, what? I said, yeah, I own that house right behind it too. He was like, oh man, I didn't know. I said, it's all good. Hey, I don't want you to know everything I own. So that's what I told him. He's like, okay. But yeah. So that was pretty cool. But yeah, man, this house here, I love this house. It's an awesome house too. So, but these are the things that we do to help people and to help ourselves. And Coach and I, we're genuine about helping you guys, go out and implement a lot of these different types of strategies for yourself to where you can go out and be successful. Go out, be successful. Go out and get this stuff done. You can do it. You can. And we're here to support you. So that's it. It for me, Coach.
Oh yeah, we can go and close out. If no one have any questions, that's on the question I seen in the chat box. Definitely appreciate everybody jumping on tonight and making up this night with this call. Thanks, Coach, for making it up this night as well. And looking forward to next week on Monday. Hey, go out there and find some deals. That's all I want to do, is challenge y'all to go out there and find some deals. Coach, I have to catch you up, man. But I found 2 deals. I got a house. I'm waiting for the man to send me the address so I can go and put a contract on it in Shreveport. It's already fully gutted out and just waiting on somebody coming by it. And then I found another deal where when I was teaching the mentees today, I found the deal online, man. I got excited. I said, I don't know if this is a good deal or not, but I don't know. It says 2 bathrooms and 2 bedrooms. I'm going to click on it anyway. Man deceased. The house worth $170,000. ARV according to my comps, and they got it listed for $100,000. They owe 71 on it, and the house current market value is 79,000. So I said, hell, all right, I go put that. I'll write a contract for 72,000, 74,000. I'll pay up to 78,000, and sell that thing for 100,000 that they got on the market for all day long. Wow, pretty excited, bro. All right. Nobody else got any questions. So thank y'all for y'all time. Thank Coach for his time. I know he's tired. He just left football practice. And look forward to hearing from y'all Monday with all them good news stories about how many deals y'all ready for. And then if you get some deals on route, just text me, email me, let me know so that we can all get on a call and see what we need to do next, the next steps and everything. Then send the information. All right. Take care. Be safe. Have a good night. Time to go to sleep.
All right, brother. Y'all take care.